Meditation and Spiritual Life, Swami Yatiswarananda. Purity, stressed in all spiritual paths. Even for Karma Yoga, strict fulfillment of ethical rules is absolutely necessary. So, Karma Yogin needs to be ethical and moral. That's the first criteria, just as necessary as for the other three yogas, Bhakti, Jnana, and Raja Yoga. Just like that. So there is a popular notion that ethical disciplines are to be followed only in Jnana, Bhakti and Raja. And that Karma Yoga is very easy because it allows you to live any way you like. Do the karma, and whatever karma you do, offer it to God and everything becomes divine. No, this is absurd. Without continence, non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-hatred, nothing can be really attained even in Karma Yoga. Purity is the synchronon of every spiritual path the world knows. And purity means so much. It includes purity of body, senses, mind and heart. Brahmacharya is not only physical chastity. Non-violence is not only physical non-violence. Non-stealing is not only the avoidance of the gross form of theft. These mean total inner purity also. So this purity is selflessness. Whenever selfishness is there, all these violence, stealing, chastity, all these issues crop up because I see myself separate from the other and I see myself lacking, hence I want something, the desire, and that is impurity. So if you do not fulfill all these preliminary disciplines with great singleness of purpose, allowing nothing whatsoever to deviate you from the path, sacrificing everything unconditionally to your ideal, you may be doing karma, works, it is true, but it does not qualify as a yoga. This is the great difference. Everyone is doing karma, but few do real karma yoga. For any form of yoga, the fulfillment of moral rules is necessary. Do not deceive yourself on this point. And this fulfillment means the fulfillment of these conditions not only in their gross outward physical forms but even in their subtlest aspects. Dhyana Yoga says concentrate your whole mind on the Brahman after you have strictly gone through the purificatory disciplines. Gone through means established yourself in those disciplines. Always practice discrimination in order to purify your mind. Karma Yoga says purify your mind through the strictest observation of ethical culture and through selfless action, surrendering all their fruits to the divine. Bhakti Yoga says direct all your feelings and sensations of love only to the divine. Let all other feelings of love be absorbed by the burning love for God. Annihilate them all through the intensity of that devotion, so that only his love for God remains. Thus, we see that the basic common theme of all the yogas is the purification of heart and cutting the bonds of attachment. In doing work, one great danger is that we may think too much of the fruits, and this may make us restless. That means I'm doing particular work and I am able to anticipate, oh, it's not going to come as per the expectation, as per the standard that I have set in my mind. So I am always in a firefighting mode. So this is a great danger, that we may think too much of the fruits. So firefighting mode is also countering the complacency that I may have. So the task is there, and if I say I am not concerned about the fruits, so I have given the task. If it doesn't happen, then we will see. But if I am able to anticipate that there is slack, that if I push the team to work, then do I categorize it as attachment to work, or do I call it proactiveness? So this conflict can be resolved by being proactive, but having full faith that the mind is to be kept only on the action and not the final result. In that, I have to be kind, compassionate, respectful, and all those things. I shouldn't cross those limits of sensibility, non-violent and all, yet be open to whatever results may come. So that probably leads to karma yoga also. But if we know that the goal is perfect non-attachment and purity, we shall not bother about the fruits and restlessness of mind. So this restlessness comes because of two things. This conflict, that should I be proactive, or should I just leave it to the will of the Lord, so to say. This conflict can cause restlessness of the mind, to do or not to do. And suppose if I'm doing, then the mind becomes restless all the time, that the work is not happening, the work is not happening. That restlessness also comes. So this will overpower us. So when the spiritual aspirant comes to know that the purpose of the work that in my hand, the teamwork, is purification of my mind, then I'll do my best. Every action, if I'm seeing it is giving me restlessness and detachment, I'll contemplate on my mind and try to analyze what is the attachment that is overpowering myself. So when the spiritual aspirant comes to know that the purpose of work is purification of mind, which is essential for one's own spiritual progress, he will do all work with greater faith and enthusiasm. Faith that this work, this petty work or grand work, whatever work, will help me understand and purify my own mind. And then the enthusiasm for the goal of mental purity. Then alone does work becomes yoga, karma yoga. The fruits of your efforts should not concern you in the least. This has to be developed, because it always concerns us. Fruits always concerns us, but consciously cutting the link, delinking. As a karma yogi, you have to work for the purification of your mind, and there the matter ends. The fruits belong to the Lord alone. So when does the matter end has to be constantly reflected upon. 1 month old, something has happened, constantly is there in my mind, it's occupying my mental space. That is not at all the work of a karma yogi. It doesn't lead to purification of the mind. It is adding fuel to the fire. The fruits belong to the Lord alone. You need not bother about them.